I was just telling you I was in Boston, which is apparently an American great city.
It is.
I didn't get to visit it very much because I went to see family in Rhode Island, which apparently is not the same as Massachusetts, even though it is.
It's Boston Junior. Providence is like Boston Light. It's like Diet Boston.
But Rhode Island has more universities than Arizona does. Or no, the same.
Well,
they have 4. We have 4.
Well, Massachusetts has like 4 universities just on that side of the river.
Massachusetts has 37. I checked.
Just around Harvard Yard.
37. So even if you go to a backup, you're still pretty smart there. The chances of dating someone from an education or someone who's reliable. And I saw exactly what we see in the world today. I'm at a bar in Boston.
Yeah.
Talking about hockey. Guy sits down next to me. He plays professional hockey, but it's for a minor league team. So he's a nothing. He's having a good time. He's enjoying his life.
By the way, he's not a nothing if he's getting paid.
Well, he's not projected to go to the NHL. He's just having a good time and getting threatened to fight all the time, which he says not interested, because that's what you do in hockey. Do you want to fight? Do you want to fight? Do you want to fight? And if they say no enough, you just check them. So he's with this lovely lady who is in her 5th year, and she is on the American Field Cross indoor team, and she's getting her industrial engineering degree. And these two are a couple. And I sat back and I said, well, what are you doing for a degree? He's like, I'm like, so there you go. That's what we created, America.
I'm going to coach a hockey team.
That's what we got. And
so for our first anniversary, my lovely wife Dominique and I went to Cape Cod. We happened up in Boston. We walked the brick line, all that stuff. And we were eating dinner in Harvard Yard, Harvard, over by Harvard. And nice restaurant, 'cause first anniversary, right? And we overheard a couple having a debate about what onomatopoeia was.
A debate.
Yes, because they didn't remember, or they couldn't figure out what it was. It was some sort of figure of speech. Now, I know what an onomatopoeia is, and my wife, who teaches elementary school, was fairly certain she knew what onomatopoeia was. Yet these people who obviously were of the upper echelons of humanity because they were educated at Harvard.
I think this is where you have, this is where communism gets it right. They would have come in there with the communist people listening and said, you just lost your degree. You're going to go work in the field. Like you just lost it. We're just putting you in the field immediately.
You're now part of the bourgeois.
You're not making it. And everyone would go, man, that's just so cruel. But both of those people are extremely successful.
They are, because they have people to tell them what onomatopoeia is. They have
help. I will say that it was fantastic. It was a great trip. Besides not feeling that great at the end of it, but got to stay by Fenway, which was a great experience. I've never been in the ballpark, but walking around, you got David Ortiz roadway there, and you got all the wonders of what Boston is. I found it just exactly what you expect. I laugh because you just look at the demographics of the area. It's you don't necessarily need social media to know what it's like, but you kind of know what it's like. It's like when I went to California, the women all try to be the same. I go to Boston, the women are all trying to be the same. If I saw a blonde-haired woman, there may have been single digits on my trip. Very rare in Arizona for me to not see a blonde-haired woman. But dark-haired, not much sun, tons of that.
Yeah. I took the tour of Fenway.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Everything about it's one of the ballparks I'm glad they're not trying to remanufacture or trying to say, hey, we need a new stadium.
Right.
I'm sure they do. The other thing that I walk around with these old cities, I always think to myself, man, we spend a lot of money in this country, but we sure as heck don't fix anything.
Especially the East Coast.
I do like how power lines are holding up the power poles. I don't think the power poles hold up the lines. I think it's like within every 6, there's probably 2 to 3 that are leaning and are only there because the wires are holding them up.
Yeah, every once in a while our cable goes out for like 2 days, and they have to And by this point, I know. I'm like, listen, you got to go to the hub. Some tree pulled the line out.
And I don't. Again, I know we have capacity. We have the money. We're a very rich nation. We can help rebuild other countries. But if we just took these cities that we think are so great and said everything is going to go underground, and everyone goes, "Oh, the horror! You don't know what we're going to run into." Oh no, I do. Everything, because everything's a shallow dig, and every pipe is not to code. Like, you need to just rebuild everything. So I don't have an answer. I don't have like, this is the answer, but these cities are all very old and they need some support.
Have you seen the bridges?
I will tell you, as an engineer who has worked with engineers, a structural engineer said east of the Mississippi, the current not to code rate of bridges, I believe, is north of 65%.
So I got a 7 out of 10 chance.
No. Now, a structural engineer is the most conservative engineer because they can go to jail with their stamp. When they say it's not to code, it means they don't meet the current standard of code, which has changed since a lot of these bridges were built.
Okay.
However, they do need to upgrade these bridges, and he kind of gave me that look of like, and I was like, what does that mean?
I feel like in New York, the big bridges are always getting updated.
I think I would think that would be the case, but again, it depends on the inspections and the monies and
there's a lot of money going into that.
Well, what we found is there's a lot of money going in, but is it going to where it needs to go?
That's why you got to put it underground.
And that's why we're here for SwingBadder, because we want to know, is the money going into your team, or is it going into something you don't even want to be?
Hey, by the way, funny thing, I saw the Babylon Bee, always good for a laugh, said that now that the tariffs are in, Dodgers are bankrupt because all Japanese players now have a 25% tariff.
What if he just put a tariff on the Dodgers broadcast network? How much money could we make on just that?
That'd be good.
And then the same with the NBA and China for that instance, because we all know that China loves watching their NBA.
And then you look at the amount of times that MLB is pumping the Dodgers up.
Well, I mean, I didn't know they started. I didn't know the Dodgers were going to be good. I'm really glad that MLB is here to inform us that the Dodgers are a possible contender this year.
Shocking.
And I'm also very fond of, I will tell you, I don't even know who I'm following, but so someone is simply highlighting Juan Soto's fielding atrocities.
Come on.
So
that was a bad game. We had a bad game.
My favorite thing, it was like another laser from Soto. And I honestly, when I thought
He's got a great arm.
I was going to click on it. I thought it was going to be the arm. Nope. He just fumbled the ball away for a while.
That was
and I was
Marlins game. We had a bunch of miss. I think that Lindor had 2 errors in that game. He had 12 all season.
I will tell you, this is why this is your stats when you're talking to Dad last night about Lindor and his Aprils. It's why I don't like him. Because he starts so slow he might as well just come in May. Just bring up a minor leaguer.
He changed his spring raid training routine. He showed up 2 weeks early. And he still sucks.
To try to get rid of this. He's like, they're starting the season early. He's like, dang it.
I know.
Dang it. I don't like it when you... Also, I will make another note. In Boston, walking around 40 degrees, hockey is great. Watch some hockey. It's exactly the right weather. And then I thought to myself, why do we put baseball in these places at this weather? It is not baseball weather. I understand people will watch the game, but just the whole atmosphere of baseball in that kind of weather. And I know they play way late in the year. So again, you can have a World Series matchup in Boston. It could be 40 degrees, but it means more, I guess. But I was just like, we had some light rains. It's just Northeast weather. You just get the rains. You get, again, nothing against this. I need to visit it more. I need to not go driving all over the place and going to sit in hockey stadiums. But at the end of the day, it's called a
season. I know you live in Arizona, but there's a season called spring, and sometimes spring can be hit or miss.
I don't know what you're referring to, because when you say spring can hit or miss, I think you mean 91 or 100 or 75.
No, what I mean is it could be 32 and rainy, or it could be 72 and sunny.
It's why we built a dome
That's true.
in Arizona because you can't sit in the summer and watch baseball.
Big news tonight with Diamondbacks. You witnessed Anthony Volpe's first hit that wasn't a home run.
Did he just get?
He got a hit
get thrown
and it
out?
was not a home run.
Oh, that's depressing for him.
But Aaron Judge hit a home run.
Yeah, I was looking at some of the stats of some of these guys hitting home runs in the first week. I do like Dad's take. Everyone needs to relax. One of the things that I like to look at with baseball, because I compare everything to the national pastime, which is football.
Not even true.
Back in the day, when football used to have 16 games, and I know it was way long time ago, and a lot of people don't remember things, but there was a time, everybody, when they only played 16 regular seasons games with a bye week.
Yep.
So we have 162 games. So I always look at it in chunks of 10 games for baseball. So for baseball fans out there, and you wanted to talk to a football fan, how can you follow all those games? You break it down to a nice bite-sized meal for them. You say, listen, 10 games is one game. You go 5-5, you go 6-8. If you go 6-4, it's a win on that one game.
Oh, okay. I see
versus a loss. So that's what I would look at. Now, I also look at the NFL and I go, after 4 games, I have a flavor of the team. They're 2-2, 3-1, 1-3, but you have a flavor. You're like, we should be better, we should be worse, but we kind of know what we are.
You're 25% of the way through the season.
So after 40 games, I look at baseball and I go, what are we? What really is the pitcher? What really are my hitters? But at the same time, you can either say, we've had a lot of bad breaks, we're better than this, because NFL teams have that, or we got really lucky. We have a player who's like batting 425, who is not 425,
right,
or a pitcher who has who's been playing out of his mind. There are some highlights for this, and I mean the Colorado fans should be really excited about one of the things I found. Have you looked at the stats of pitchers?
I am going to right now.
You look at the top stats of pitchers. And I believe if you want to look at I believe it's ERA, not WHIP, because he doesn't have a good WHIP.
Well, a bunch of pitchers have a 0.
Correct, but one of those pitchers is a Rocky. Have you found him?
Germain Marquez.
And I believe he's 0-1.
German. He's 0-0. Game started.
No.
Is there another Colorado pitcher?
There's a starter.
Oh, he's 0-1. Yeah.
Yep.
0 ERA, Antonio Senzatela.
And he's 0-1. Keep reading his stat. This is a Rocky stat line for those.
2 games started, 9.2 innings pitched.
Really great for a Rocky.
What?
It doesn't.
This is impossible.
This is the Rockies.
How do you have 19 hits?
It's the best.
He's given up 19 hits.
And what's his ERA?
0.
Look at his whip. Look at his whip.
How do you do this? How do you even do this?
His stat line in the first 2 starts is so great. And I looked at that and I laughed because I'm like, man, this guy he's not going to get, his ERA is going to be through the roof.
Hold on a second. This is
it's fascinating.
I went to the advanced stats on MajorLeagueBaseball.com.
Because it doesn't make sense to you.
This is, how do you have 19 hits and a 0 ERA? That is really, really convenient.
You would think that the fielding is not that great for him.
No, the fielding's got to be immaculate. He's got to turn like 15 double plays.
Oh, I was thinking the opposite. He gets 2 outs, and then a guy has an error, and then he allows like 8 hits in a row.
So his his average exit velocity on his pitches is 101.6 miles per hour.
That sounds like he's perfect in Colorado.
The longest hit off him is 401 feet, 0.0 ERA.
Yep. This is just, you'll never see us. These stats this doesn't even make sense. Like, keep going. This is just baseball. It's so great.
This is all, these are advanced stats. I don't understand half these stats. That's exit velocity and barrels. What do you want me looking up?
You should just look at his outings. Look at what he did in his out. Like, how do you have that many hits?
I'm trying to. We got to figure this out.
I stumped you. It was so. I looked at this today and I was like, this is by far the most Rocky pitcher I've ever witnessed. When I look at stats and I look at teams.
All right, so hold on a second.
Just so everyone is aware, this pitcher will face off against some really good teams in the NL West.
Senzatela. His whip is 217. The batting average against him is 432, and he's got a 0.0 ERA. Nothing about this makes sense.
Just a complete, he just shuts them down.
How? Game logs. Here we go. We're going to get the game logs. So on March 29th at Tampa Bay, you can't even blame this on Colorado. 4.1 innings, 9 hits. Nine
scattered.
hits. 474. Like 1 out of every 2 batters got a hit.
Mm-hmm. And zero runs.
What happened? There had to be errors galore in here. No errors for Colorado. No errors for Colorado.
He's the Greg Maddux of allowing hits. He knows exactly what he's allowed, and
there's not even like
it doesn't make any sense.
Rockies second baseman Kyle Farmer didn't wait for the interview request. Dude, that was the best defensive game I've ever been a part of. How did this happen?
I will give it. This pitcher lets his team get involved. They're engaged.
Yeah,
they're engaged. The whole game. You have to be engaged with this pitcher.
MLB gives you they give you these this.
What?
We're going to give you a summary. I don't want the summary. I want all of it.
What is his?
All right, here we go.
There we go.
Bottom of the first, Yandy Diaz flies out, got an out. Brandon Lowe grounds out, 2 outs. Junior Caminero singles. Jonathan Aranda doubles on a sharp line drive to left fielder.
Hold on. How do you double on 2 outs and not score?
Junior Caminero out at home on the throw.
Thank you. There you go.
2 hits, 3 outs. And that's left fielder Jordan Beck to shortstop Ezequiel Tovar to catcher Hunter Goodman. 3 outs.
So that runner would be classified as a slow.
He was first to home and got thrown out. So bottom of the second, Christopher Morel leads off.
On a 2-out double running on contact. Just so everyone knows how to put that in their brains. I mean, literally getting thrown out from first on a 2-out contact means you're not paying attention.
Well, we're flirting with, what's his name?
Well, as Dad would say,
Pujols.
he set them up. He set them up with that double and got him out at home.
So Christopher Morel, bottom of the second, singles on a ground ball. Cameron Misner singles on a line drive. Morel stops at second.
No outs.
No outs. First and second.
2 hits.
Danny Jansen pops out. 1 out. That's infield fly rule. Taylor Walls grounds out. Tovar to first baseman. Toglia. Morel to third. Cameron Misner to second. 2 outs.
Second and third.
Johnny DeLuca walks. This is not a good pitching performance. I'm sorry. Yandy Diaz, who was up in the last inning, grounds out sharply. 3 outs. This is... Here we go. It keeps going, right?
Two innings.
Bottom of the third. Brandon Lowe singles. Junior Caminero grounds into a double play because he's known for his speed. This was the one that got thrown out at home.
So he's now responsible for the 0.0 because he's helping out.
There's nobody on base. 2 outs. 1 hit already in this inning. Jonathan Aranda doubles. Christopher Morel walks.
Oh my.
Cameron Misner singles. Right? We got first and second. He singles on a line drive to right fielder Nick Martini. Jonathan Aranda out at home on the throw.
So we are 3 innings into a game, and you have 2 out at the plates.
Right. Right fielder Nick Martini to catcher Hunter Goodman.
This is his first start you're going through, right?
This is the first one.
Okay, he has 2 starts, and he has a 0.0. So keep going.
0. This is a lot of action. Bottom of the 4th, Danny Jansen grounds out.
Uh-huh.
I think that's when they pulled him because he did 4.1 inning.
No.
Danny Jansen grounds out, Taylor Walls grounds out, and Johnny DeLuca flies out. It's a 1-2-3, bottom of the 4th. Bottom of the 5th.
Yeah, the Heat.
Yandy Diaz lines out. Brandon Lowe singles.
Okay.
Junior Caminero once again singles.
Our hero.
It's now first and second. Nobody takes extra bases for Tampa. I immediately regret my high prediction for them. Luis Peralta replaces Senzatela, but he's responsible for first and second.
Right.
Balk. Pitcher
now,
comes in, then there's a balk.
Hold on. I just want everyone to put this in their brain. Colorado Rockies have to rely on their relievers to not allow a run with runners in scoring position.
Now it's second and third.
Starts with a balk.
It's second and third now.
Like, again, if you're betting the over in this game, how miserable are you?
It's horrible. It's 1-0. So then he gets Arenado to strike out. Christopher Morel walks again. This guy's the king of the walks.
Yep.
Cameron Mesner flies out. 3 outs.
It's there, and when the Rockies were had 1-0 at that time.
I had 1-0 going into the top of the 6th.
And if you picked the over because you looked at this pitcher and you're like, he's terrible.
He's not terrible.
You got
he
2 outs
at the ones.
Two
he
outs
makes you
at
feel
the plate.
so good about losing.
Hold on, 2 outs at the plate to end the inning.
Right.
That didn't just like stop the blood; it ended it. It's like this is how we'll end the inning.
They got highlights here too.
And it wasn't after like someone scored. It was you ended it.
Right.
So go to start number 2. This guy
start number 2, April 3rd.
This is a miracle
at
worker.
Philadelphia.
Oh, again, you're betting the over. Look at his whip.
All right, here we go. So, top of the 1st, they're the visitors. So they do that whole thing. All right, bottom of the 1st. We start off with Schwarber. He grounds out. Trey Turner singles.
Total.
Bryce Harper strikes out swinging. Trey Turner steals second. 2 outs. Alec Baum lines out sharply to center fielder Brenton Doyle. 3 outs. So we got 1 hit, 1 inning.
Dude, that's very acceptable.
That was the most tame inning he's had so far this season.
And
0.0 ERA.
Thank you, Phillies.
Right. Bottom of the 2nd, Max Kepler singles. Nick Castellano strikes out on a foul tip. Mm-hmm. JT Realmuto singles on a. I always mess his name up because you can't say Realmuto 10 times fast. It's too complicated. Singles on a fly ball. Max Kepler to second. Nobody takes the extra base on any of these singles. Nobody.
Their outfield has the arms.
They're
have
crazy
the arms.
good. Bryson Stott singles.
Todd, they have 2 putouts at home. So for the record, this outfield is really good.
You've got 3 singles. Everybody's station to station. It's first, second, and third. 1 out. Bases jacked.
This doesn't even make sense. This is the 2nd inning.
Yeah.
You're really excited if you're in the overs club.
Rockies challenged a force play. Call on the field was overturned. Brandon Marsh grounds into a force out. Pitcher Senzatela to catcher Jacob Stallings. Max Kepler out at home. Realmuto to third. Stott to second. Marsh to first. Kyle Schwarber up. 2 outs. Bases jacked.
And his starts. That's 3 outs at home.
Right.
In his 2 starts. 3 out. This is if he continues this is world record.
It's pretty good.
This is amazing.
Schwarber grounds out. Bases jacked. All Schwarber had to do was not.
And again, this is the 2nd game he's gone through the entire lineup in 2 innings.
Yeah, it's true.
I just want to reference that. This is amazing.
Bottom of the 3rd, Trey Turner pops out. So we got 1 out.
He gets better the second and third time.
Bryce Harper singles.
See, he struck out last time, so he gets the right order. See,
Alec Baum singles. Where does Bryce Harper end up?
Second.
No, he goes to third.
Oh, wow.
You have first and third. 1 out. You got to score on this guy.
First and third, sacrifice fly.
Max Kepler grounds into a double play. All you got to do is hit it in the air. Just hit it in the air.
This is he has 2 double plays now, 3 putouts at home.
This guy's the best.
This is the best of the best.
All right. Bottom of the 4th. Castellano strikes out swinging.
He's getting stronger.
No, because Real Muto singles on a sharp line drive. Brighton Stott singles. I can't believe this is real. Real Muto's out at second.
On a single.
Because he was hit by a batted ball.
I told you this is the best. This is the most Rocky thing I've ever seen in my life.
How can you do this? Brandon Marsh flies out. It's 3 outs. He allowed 2 hits.
And he's cruising out of the 4th inning.
He's doing so well, he's letting the batters get their own players out.
Yeah, he just...
Colorado proceeds to do nothing in the 5th.
Good for them. He has to...
Bottom of the 5th.
Because he pitched how many innings? 9 2/3?
Well, now he's at 4 innings. He's at 9.1. So he pitches another inning here.
All right.
Schwarber, third time up,
and the
reaches
5th.
on a fielding error.
Oh,
he goes to second. You have a man on second, no outs.
Error.
Trey Turner grounds out.
Does he go to third?
Schwarber to third.
Oh, good for him. It was a ground out to the right side.
1 out. Bryce Harper up, man on third. Because of the error, it's not an earned run.
I know.
Bryce Harper doubles, Schwarber scores. Alec Baum grounds out, shortstop Tovar to first baseman, Bryce Harper to third, 2 outs. Max Kepler flies out. So there's 1 run, but it's not earned.
And he has 2 double plays and 3 putouts at home.
Still no 1-2-3 inning.
He doesn't know what a 1-2-3 inning. He rejects
Cannot count to 3.
He doesn't. He's not interested.
Nick Castellanos in the 6th flies out to Nick Martini. Real Muto singles, because of course he does, on a soft ground ball to third baseman Ryan McMahon. Pitching change. He's responsible for the man on first.
And here comes the Rockies bullpen.
Right. Real Muto, who was thrown out at second, okay, on a single, steals second base.
No, the ball hit him. Remember, the ball hit him.
That's right.
Single. Yeah, he didn't get thrown out. Ball hit him.
Stott flies out. Real Muto to third. There's 2 outs. Brandon Marsh walks. Brandon Marsh caught stealing.
So the Phillies ran themselves out of the inning. Guess who didn't do that? Tampa. Tampa's not running themselves out of anything.
Senzatela gets the win. No, he gets the loss in this game. He gets the loss.
Yes. He's 0-1. He's 0-1, and he has allowed 2 starts. How many hits? This is
all the hits. He has allowed all the hits.
19
hits.
You know how crazy that is. And he's 0-1, and it's not okay. He has a 0.0 ERA with 19 hits.
How long can it go? When's the next time he's starting? I want to watch this game.
I hope everyone watches the game and becomes a great fan. This is gonna crash out in the most glorious way.
I love it.
Ever.
I want more of this. This is why we exist, is this type of stuff.
I could not believe I couldn't understand it. I looked at it.
That game was today. That was the Philly game today.
He's going to go places that we've never seen before. I don't think, that game that Dad grew up on, APBA?
Yeah.
I don't know how you classify this pitcher's card.
I don't think you can't have a pitcher like this because
what's his whip again?
If he's an A pitcher, he strikes out too many players.
That's not happening with this guy.
Right, but if he's a C or a D and he's getting all those hits, you can't.
You just have somebody like our brother Kyle roll, who's terrible. he'll do this. So
this is good. This is brilliant.
So this is unbelievable, very Colorado-y. And I was like, how do you have a 0.0 ERA and have one loss?
My son is texting me from the other room, and he's saying I'm pronouncing Alex Baum.
Sure.
How do you pronounce his name?
I'm the worst.
It's not Baum.
This is
Boom. Boom.
Just so you know, I follow hockey, and I'm very thankful that I'm never announcing any of those players' names during a game.
Can you imagine if you had to announce? You'd have to write out in crayon every hockey player's pronunciation. It wouldn't even be close to what their name is.
Yes, but the speed of the game is what gets you. Because you got to know the players and the numbers, and like baseball is really easy. This man's coming up to the plate.
Mm-hmm.
Here he's going to walk up there. I'm going to rehearse this name in my ear a couple times and then say it. I already got it all down.
Have you ever listened to hockey announcers during the game and then compare it to baseball announcers?
It's a pace of play.
There is a different skill set. Baseball announcers have to take dead air and make it fun.
I'll tell you what it is. You want to know what it is? It's the difference between a cigar smoker and a chain smoker.
No, it's a cigar smoker and somebody who's blowing lines.
I was just thinking of my reference. My reference of the guy. Right, I've worked with people who are chain smokers out in industry, and they have one in their mouth, and it's like once it's done, they put another. Yeah, they just keep going. And a cigar guy is like one drag, blows some smoke with some shapes for a while, leans back,
let it sit,
then tells you something that you think is profound because the cigar smoke makes you think you're in this elevated cloud.
Right.
No one ever saw a chain smoker and had him talk to him and was like, man, I just learned something. You're like,
no.
I think, what other drugs is he on?
Somebody told me about something. They said it was really helping them. It was Methylene blue or something.
Methylene blue.
I am saying it wrong.
Helping them with what?
It's mental clarity. It's supposed to rebuild their brain cells or something. And it's the dye they use for blue jeans. But they found that the people who worked in the factories making the blue jeans, like they just didn't seem to age as fast. And so he was taking methylene.
Is this the guy who wants to live
now I got to look it up. That's probably what the Colorado Rockies have their pitchers on.
When's his next start, by the way? I know you're going to change topics.
Well, if he played today, probably
he's going to pitch again Monday?
Wednesday, Tuesday?
Something like that. Oh, we have some breaking news, Todd. Breaking batter sports news, as we always like to break. This is going to really, really affect this team.
What's that?
The Dodgers have an injury. So they're not going to recover. Freddie Freeman slipped in the shower. He's on the IL.
Did he hurt his teeth?
The only thing you or his wife is thinking about right now are his teeth. Okay.
Those veneers are fantastic.
They are beautiful. And
are they veneers?
I can't wait for people to subscribe enough to get me some. I just want big teeth.
Veneered. Methylene blue. It's a synthetic compound.
And this is illegal, or this is
no?
legal?
It's totally legal.
Where do you get it from?
It's primarily recognized for treating methylene globinemia, a condition where hemoglobin's ability to carry oxygen is impaired.
Oh, so it ends up getting you more oxygen.
Right. It's been employed as an antidote for cyanide poisoning.
I'll take it. Let's do it.
and in certain diagnostic procedures due to its staining properties.
Yeah.
So we'll served as a textile dye.
So we'll have Eric.
It's garnered attention in the wellness community for its purported cognitive and anti-aging benefits. Some biohackers claim it enhances mitochondrial function and improves mental clarity.
You know how they change the lighting on certain politicians to make them look certain colors? We'll just have Eric do that with me, and we'll just make me bluer tint over the course of this year, and I'll be healthier, fresher.
What my coworker told me is that it causes his urine to be blue. So if it looks like he's always cleaning the toilet.
You will not have to worry about like who to blame if you make a mess at home.
It's true. It's been utilized since its first synthesis in 1876.
So if you're on that, what else is he on? That's what he's telling you.
He puts the pouches in the upper deck. He's got the Zin things. And so he's combining methylene blue and nicotine, and
he's living.
Right.
So yeah,
he also squats about 550.
Okay, he's living forever. So he's winning in life. So do the Dodgers recover from this injury? I mean, I don't know how they can. Where they find another first baseman?
This is where, I mean, I don't know what they're going to do, because that bench is just there's nobody there that they can really bring home.
Is this when we start that conversation when they get to the playoffs of this team has been through so much?
Well, now this is the 49th. This is like the 78th time MLB will have to tweet about the Dodgers.
And then Dave Roberts is a magician with how he manages that lineup.
Oh, God.
So, yeah, those are the sob stories. I will say I got to give it to the NL West coming out of the box hot. All four teams are doing what they're supposed to do, and I have never been more entertained by you going over that box score, even though I knew what to expect, but 19 hits in 2 starts. And the fact that the manager is confident, like, you're ready. Let's do this.
I would love to see people like and subscribe and give us a similar stat line we should be running.
Oh, there's some hitting stat lines. And again, we can continue to pile on this guy, but Devers for Boston, who signed a massive extension.
Dad and I mentioned this last night.
I know, but that's an unreal start to a year. And I know he's not home, thank God, because I can imagine he would get booed like crazy. But 15 strikeouts, and I watched, he's not close. Like, it's not like he...
hey, by the way, he's up to 16 strikeouts.
It's not going to go the other way.
In 27 at-bats. So he went 8 at-bats with 1 strikeout. He's getting better.
If you're Joey Gallo, are you like, hey, I need to be brought up here? I don't know why I was cut by the White Sox.
I got a place.
Like if we're gonna follow him for Batter Sports,
he's the DH. That's your designated hitter
for 6 more years. I think 6 or 7.
He's batting 111.
What's the? It's too early to but what is the strikeout record for the season? What's the strikeout record for the year for Major League Baseball? Who has the most? I believe I forgot who it was. I keep remembering he's on not Davis.
Adam Dunn.
Dunn's up there. Gallo's up there. Davis of Baltimore, who was just terrible for a time. But we have some good ones.
King Kong Keeneman.
Yeah, he didn't get where they are today. King Kong Keeneman's a $150 million year 4-year contract guy today. Boy, he's batting.
It really is, yeah. All right, let's see here.
What do you have for most strikeouts?
This is 2025 leaders. I don't want that. All-time single-season playoff records and leaders from BaseballReference.com. At-bats, runs scored, hits, total hits, strikeouts, single season.
There we go.
And a lot of pictures here. Number 1 is Mark Reynolds in 2009. Yes.
Mark Reynolds was awesome. Home runner, strikeout.
223 strikeouts.
So he is 16. So he's on his way.
Adam Dunn had 222 3 years later. Then you have Chris Davis. Then Ellie De La Cruz last year at 218.
De La Cruz.
De La Cruz, 218 last year.
He's flirting with the wrong thing.
But that's almost 700 plate appearances.
A lot of strikes.
Doesn't make it right, but I mean, Joey Gallo sits comfortably at 8th with 213. Schwarber's at 6th. And you had a couple. Teoscar Hernandez. Chris Davis again. Aaron Judge, Joey Gallo, Mark Reynolds. I'm sensing a pattern.
They kept bringing him up to the bat.
The Schwarber guy keeps showing up.
So I think one of the things that we should really harp on, and I mean, I don't even think there's an award for this, but the highest whip with the lowest ERA, that's fascinating. I'm extremely fascinated by the Rockies pitcher.
Highest whip, lowest ERA.
Highest whip, lowest ERA, which means you're just pitching terribly, but they can't score on you. It's like you're very crafty with how you allow hits. And then obviously we can follow strikeouts for the year, but those are things that just people don't put together because it doesn't make sense. You're not going to have a 2.5 whip and have an ERA that's not above 4 or 5. It's very odd.
Let me try to find that here.
Or 3 or whatever it may be. Yeah, I don't know if that's even something that's followed. Or it has to be tracked. Because it's.
So there's a player by the name of Ed Walsh who played for the Chicago White Sox from 1904 to 1917. Mm-hmm. He had the lowest career ERA in Major League Baseball history at 182. His career whip stands at 1.
Yep, not even qualified.
It's a whip to ERA ratio of approximately 0.55.
Yeah, that's great. We want the exact opposite.
But
we'd have to do some diving. But that's a good probably a good rounding third guy. I did hear you guys talk yesterday about the Centrals. I do think the reason why you find the Centrals entertaining is because there's no threat. Like they're just like a kid.
There is no Freddie Freeman.
There's not. I mean, they could win a series. I steal a series, I guess, but it's sure. But none of those teams going to the World Series would be threatening. But all of the thing that's nice and cute about it is all of the fans in both Central divisions have something to cheer about. Like if you're a Rockies fan, it's over. Like you don't even need to, like if you're in the Central and you're the Rockies, you at least believe you can still put together some stuff. But the Dodgers, Padres, Giants, and Diamondbacks all started so hot. I don't know, it's over. So like same with the AL East, NL East, those kind of things, like you just get buried. So
yeah, that's true.
The other thing that I did like to see is I like the Angels jumping out looking like they care. That's always fun to see. They get about 25, 40 games in, and you're like, man, they really have something here. And then the bottom falls out every year. And then they just collapse. Last year it was at the end of the year where they took the A's by storm. The other thing I wanted to note, did you guys did you see where the A's are having their media hangout?
It's like a shed.
I really would like to call them up and find out how much it cost to put Batter Sports logos on that thing.
Right.
Because it would be that would literally work for us. That's what you would expect from us. But hey, we're a Major League Baseball team, and then you'd walk by that shed and you go, no, you're not.
Which is but it's almost like a tent shed.
I would say I have built better sheds for equipment and an outage than they did for their media. Shorter amount of times, prefab buildings are easy to get. It would not be hard to dress up that tent. I mean, at least get some printed like A's banners, some stuff. I mean, get something.
You knew this was coming.
Nothing was a surprise.
Like, you got to get a project manager on this.
I mean, I don't think they've even thought they're just like, we're going to be here for a little bit. We're just going to go to Vegas.
Right.
I haven't seen. I mean, I think Tampa's a different scenario because Tampa lives in Tampa and that's where they're there. The A's literally left everything, but they brought so little things. They're like, yeah, that'll work. That's just fine.
I'm trying to find out if there's a pitcher who pitched more than 100 innings and had a whip of over 2.
In a season?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's every year.
You think?
I've looked at stats over and over again. 100 innings with a whip over 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Let's see. Single season whip. These are all low. Well, 1.03.
1.03 is fantastic.
It's the 500th worst. Like, there are 499 whips above that one.
Yes.
It's interesting. But you see, when you go to Baseball Reference, they're saying, like, they're listing the best ones.
Correct.
I don't want the best ones. I want the worst whips.
Okay, so like last year Patrick Corbin for Washington was 6-13 with a 5.62 ERA and a 1.5 whip. Pitched 174 innings.
So what are you at? Like a 4-1, 3.75 to 1, right?
Yeah, it's not. I mean, but he also started 32 games. All these guys started 30 games, and then it drops down significantly because again, being incorrect. Yeah, getting a 2 whip in a year and pitching 100 innings would be very hard.
Because they'd send you to the minors.
You can't live on it.
Right.
Like, it's just, there's 2 pitchers. One is with Arizona, and he's 1-0 with a 10 ERA. He's pitched 9 innings. He's got a 2.11 whip and a 10 ERA, and he's 1-0. And the Rockies guy have a 0 ERA.
But that's not going to last.
Right. But, I mean, he has an ERA that's aligned with the whip. Like, if you have right. just going through this, like Blake Snell of the Dodgers has a 2 whip and a 2 ERA.
But something's going to give.
I would agree with you, but he's 1-0, 2 starts, 10 hits, 7 runs, 2 earned, and 8 walks. So he's literally killing himself with walks. Merrill Kelly has 7 walks and 10 hits, for instance. Charlie Morton for Baltimore, 1.92 whip.
Well, listen to this. So in 2020, Patrick Corbin.
Yes, my guy.
Okay. ERA of 4.6. 4.66. Serviceable for a starter. His whip was 1.569.
And the fact that Texas Rangers signed him is amazing. He's been consistently like that for a while.
But
highest
that's like
ERA,
a 3. That's like a 3 to 1.
It's still, I mean, 1.5 is still kind of ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
It's ridiculously high.
Yeah. So, like, I know 2 starts and a 2. Like you're saying, something's got to give. So there's only above a 1.5. There's only 9 pitchers above a 1.5. I'm sorry.
So
10.
where are you seeing that? Where are you getting that?
The 2025 MLB pitching stats.
Okay.
You just flip the whip around and it gives you the highest.
Got it.
So, and all of these pitchers are household names. Are you ready? I'm just going to go through them. Number 10 on whip is Jamison Talion with the Cubs. The Yankees, Carlos Correa.
Oh, there you go.
Carlos, he talk about pronouncing names. He went to the Yankees. Wasn't he with you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he went to the Yankees. He's got a 1.64. 1.55 was
Carrasco.
Italian. Jose Barrios of Toronto has a 1.69.
Yeah.
Nestor Cortez of Milwaukee. None of this should surprise anyone. He's got a 1.75.
Right.
Tanner, it's Houck.
Hook.
Tanner Hook of Boston, a 1.76.
Yeah.
Clay Holmes of the Mets, a 1.82.
Holla at your boy.
Charlie Morton of the Orioles.
Wait, but hold on. He's got a 1.82. How many strikeouts does he have?
He has a 1.82 with 10 strikeouts in 9.1 innings.
There you go.
He's got 11 hits, 6 walks.
This guy is a feaster. That's the Adam Dunn of pitching right there.
He's either strikeout or walk.
It's a strikeout or you're on base.
Well, I mean, it's one way to look at it. Blake Snell's having a rough time, and he's number 3. Charlie Morton is number 4. Merrill Kelly of the Diamondbacks, number 2. Mm-hmm. Like Dad said, we have 7 starters. I'm sure that will be addressed. And then the Rockies pitcher it makes no sense. Blake Snell has a
with a 4.32 ERA. It's the
Blake
best.
Snell has a 2.0 WHIP with a 2.0 ERA.
It's brilliant.
Like, that's really, like, he loads the bases up and doesn't allow anything either.
Nobody walks anymore.
Nope. Blake Snell, he allows a lot of walks. That's okay. The other crazy thing about our boy Antonio,
yeah,
who he has only 2 walks. He literally has he has 2 walks and 19 hits.
Nobody walks anymore.
And 0.00 ERA. This is by far, this is his episode. Antonio, this is for you. I hope this streak goes on longer than an inning.
It's fantastic.
If the first batter he faces next is home run. Hopefully he doesn't have to pitch at home ever. Because that's really where, that's the down. That's for you, Antonio.
He's getting this.
Yep.
This is the hat.
So it's a good. I also agree with Dad and about baseball is that it's a good pace of play. You can check it whenever. Nothing like the NHL, the NBA is coming to an end in their seasons, so everyone's frantically trying to find playoff positions or they're out. Then you have the end of the NCAA tournaments, and then you're going to coast down to Relaxville with baseball as we get into that. Hey, what's happening here? We're 15, 20 games in, and I want to pay attention to baseball. Then you're going to get to the playoffs because the first round of the NBA is going to be pretty uninviting, and then once you get further on. So to Dad's point, every day you get a game, every day you get to watch something great or something amazing or something odd. So I will tell you, I will be surprised if. I will be absolutely shocked if 9 of those players are still in the top 10.
Senzatela?
No, he's definitely going to stay there. The other 9 are the people I would be surprised if they're there by the end of the year. I think Antonio is a permanent fixture in the whip.
Man.
And I hope the Rockies commit to him like Washington committed to Patrick Corbin.
Seriously.
He's got 2 starts. Let's get 30 starts for Antonio this year.
Can you imagine if he ends the season with a 0.0 ERA and 50 outs at home?
He gets the Cy Young.
He gets the Cy Young with a 1.8 ERA whip.
And all of the highlights are his defense throwing people out at home.
It's all his defense. It's so good.
I mean, in all reality, if I were to say to you, on this list, there's only 2 people in that top 10 who have not given up a home run. And it's him and Blake Snell.
There you go. That's why.
No. Oh, your guy. Clay Holmes, no home runs.
Clay, they're going to turn around. He'll be okay.
Yeah, but he has 0 home runs he's given up. That's pretty remarkable to have that big of a whip. That's why their ERAs are so far down, because if you allow 3 hits and then you give up the dinger, that's what kills your ERA. Now, if you never give up a home run, to your point earlier when we went through the games, and you just make them go first to second, second to third, your chances of getting them out at home because no one runs anymore because they're so used to home runs, That's what happens. Good old Antonio.
All right.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight, everybody, on another episode of Swing-Badder. I missing Dad tonight, but obviously you and I can get together and talk with our lovely, lovely fans. Go ahead and follow, subscribe, check us out. We'll be here all baseball season talking about the oddities that we see in the game of baseball.
Senzatela, this one's for you.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great night. Bye now.